So hello everyone, this is AetherNightmare, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. I'm still avoiding burnout, so we're just gonna vibe and see if there's anything else that needs to be done. So, I should check on my troops. I have no idea what I'm even gonna do today. I might do some new raids and dungeons and stuff, get them unlocked, but otherwise I didn't really come in here with a plan. So I think I'll just work on some of the other quests on the side. I am getting the books done for the relic weapon, slowly but surely. It's just clearly going to take me a little bit of time. So I got the Strength Collection books done. I got one of the Vitality books done, and I'm currently working on a second Vitality book. Squadron has returned for their deployment. Pray look over the report. The mission was a failure. No! Apparently I still got experience from it, though. So maybe it's still a good idea to send out my troops, even if they don't return successful. Because I think I sent them out on, like, one of these, and the stats weren't perfect because I raised them up for a particular mission, and then they reset the actual mission. I think it was, like, one of these that I sent them out on. Because Tenacity's close. Heart is way over the line, and I could do with more strength, but... We'll test our limits, yeah. How about this? Challenging but equal to the task. Whereas, like, these are both... I don't know, I'm gonna send them out again. Because I got a decent chunk of experience. I want to get my stats relatively in line with the missions I want to go off on. But so many times I spend forever raising up the stats only for it to, like, still fail? I don't know. So really quickly with the book in question, I'm on Book of Skyfall 2, which is the Vitality book. The second Vitality book, so... I'm not even halfway through Swords yet, but, like, I am working on it. Fates are the hardest part because whether they spawn or not is entirely up to chance. Dungeons are easy enough, you just queue in, enemies you go find. Fates are the ones that suck. Leaves, again, you can normally just go there, do one or two, and the one you're searching for usually shows up. It's the Fates, man. Sometimes you go to a place and the fate is already active, and then other times you literally just have to stay there for hours doing other ones to get them to reset. I usually watch, like, anime or something in the background. But, yeah, it can be rough. So... Since I don't know if I'm going to be working on Paladin's Cortana here today, I might go as Warrior into some of these extra dungeons and stuff. What even are we doing? Let's just pretend to stare at the crystal while we get our life together. Is there any dungeons I haven't run? Haven't run Ampedor Keep as hard? Sunken Temple of Corn, hard. Sistash is done. Hullbreaker Isle is done. Okay, and then we're back up to Pharaoh Sirius. I'll still check these, in case they're slightly out of order. Okay, so these two I still need to queue in for. And then you don't queue in for them because you're a dum-dum who backs out of the menu. Like a dork. There we go. Duty registration. So these can be going in the background. Preferably as Warrior this time, just because I have a better idea what I'm doing. And if I need to go in as Paladin later, I will. Since I don't need any of the ones for the books. And that's not what we're doing today. I have no idea about The Greatest Story Never Told. This is, like, going to be its own thing. Deliver car lines. I was delivering some flowers. Somewhere. There we go. need to see. Shoo! Sorry. Oh, that blizzard probably through all the snow coming down. Like, it's probably gonna get better for my allergies now that the snow has fallen, but prior to that, the wind whipped up all that leaf mold. Now it's like on everything, everywhere. I need to do a deep clean over the weekend. Oh, welcome back. Were you able to procure the Carline blossoms I asked for you? Ah, how lovely. Though hardly a rare sight in Gridania, these flowers never fail to bring a smile to my face. The water wheel I would show you is best seen from the Jadeite flood. Go on ahead. I shall be along after I see to my duties here. So even now that we finally have snow, my allergies are worse than they ever were. I can just leave out the door. Because all that dust and mold and whatever from the dead leaves needs to settle now. It needs to remain buried under the snow. Because that's the problem, since it hasn't snowed all winter, it hasn't given time for, like, the leaves to start breaking down. That way they don't really mold, they just break down underneath the snow, and then they're more like a, I don't know, a powdered mulch by the time everything melts. As opposed to now, they just get wet and they mold, and it's so bad for your sinuses, man. Everything itches. When it snows, they can compost like they're supposed to. When it doesn't snow, they just turns into a mess. Oops. Shit. Guess we're coming back to that. We're going to corn. Mid-cutscene, nice. The sunken temple seems a little less sunken. Just letting people know I'm new to this dungeon, so I might get lost. Just because I'm a tank and I'm in the front doesn't mean I have any clue where I'm going. Okay, let's get the proper map. Do we go this way? I might eventually, too, change the mask I have covering my chat window. Okay, this soundtrack even sounds a little bit like Final Fantasy XII. Since the dungeon is 12 inspired. Wait, there's this thing. Yeah, the little chat box down here. I think I'm eventually gonna change it to something that I can throw up that's a little bit bigger, so I can have it expanded in more complex dungeons. Actually, I don't mind if people personally say what goes on in chat, just because I never cause the problems. It's just that Twitch is weird about enforcing that kind of thing. To me, it's no different than having, like, a comment section under the video, but for some reason... Twitch is like, oh, anything weird or bad happens in chat, we're going to make it all your fault. Ooh. Ah, here it is. It's like a miniature version of the one from before. There's actually multiple things to hit. Thank you. Oh my gosh, a DPS actually brought me what I needed. Thank you. They didn't make me chase him all over the freaking arena. Counterattack. Oh, damn it. Oop, actually, no, it's... never mind. It's no longer single target. Oh. He's got no head. Any good? No idea, but it's not for me, so I'll give it to somebody else. That's different. Oop! I think I'm stuck. I think... oh dear. Anything? You were kind of unique, so it's not disappearing. It's gonna chase us, isn't it? Sorry, healer. can't tell if the sand pit is something I'm supposed to be standing in or not. I've seen it in other dungeons, so I think it's coming from one of my healers, but I don't know. Given the aesthetics of the dungeon, I can't tell if it's beneficial or harmful. Is this gonna come to life behind us? No, those are dead people! I thought they were fallen pieces of stuff. Oh, damn it. It happened again. Yeah, I wonder who composed this particular soundtrack. Like, this song. Guitars. Because this is absolutely meant to sound like Final Fantasy XII music. There's no doubt about it. Oh no! There's more! I've made the cacti angry! I'm just gonna get self-healing going here a little bit. Even the cactuars. There's cactuar plotlines in Final Fantasy XII. Little side missions involving those little dudes. Flowering cactuars, man, they tend to cause problems. Nobody wants this gear? I guess it's too ugly. Because everybody passed it up. Don't see anything ahead. Might just be a small fight. Hello, DJT. We're doing some new dungeons today. As I avoid the Genshin burnout. Or should I say the Hoyoverse burnout. Sometimes you just want to do other things. Final Fantasy XIV has a lot of cactuar varieties. Yeah, so does 12. Man, they just really gun it. For a dead guy in compression bandages, he can really move. Is this something I need to destroy, or did they just all happen to pop out of here? Let's actually get in the... I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is a beneficial circle. Okay. I kept struggling to tell if that was for me or not. Or if it was an AoE I needed to stay out of. Oh, for Pete's. Get back here! Any more? Yeah! Come here, you. Let's go tank crazy. What's this? Laser beam on either side, I'm guessing? Anything in here I need my presents for? As long as it's player made, there's no negative effects. I couldn't tell if it was player made though. It kind of looks like swirling sand on my screen, so I genuinely couldn't tell if it was beneficial or harmful, or who made it. Especially in a place that's, you know, full of sand. Alright, everybody's here. Get back here! Oh, it's only single this time. Oh dear. Wait, I can't kill them? Okay. Those aren't to be attacked. I thought I was gonna have to do damage control. My bad. Those just tell me where attacks are gonna go. There. Oh shit. Didn't realize. No, no, no! I'm in a tomb. Can I get myself out of the tomb? Nope. Wait! What happened to me? Now I'm at the reps. Alright. So that apparently happens. Stay away from that then. Didn't really appreciate being part of the Monster Mash. I thought only one had spawned, because I didn't see it on the far corner. That was my bad. Antique breaches. What's all that commotion? This poor NPC. We finally saved the sister, though. Wait, there's an additional cutscene? You're the one who caused all the commotion, aren't you? 12 sakes, walk softly. This is different. Non-intrusive, first and systematic always. Never forget. Now then, who are you? And what's with the Miners Guild? Are you with the Miners Guild? Yes, I'm Neneko, but why would anyone be looking for me? What? The ancient traps have been triggered? I had no idea. I alone ventured into the deepest section of the temple, for the work there requires more delicate of touches. I was completely oblivious to the commotion until you came. What of the members of my expedition? Please tell me they're safe. Well, I found a bunch of corpses on the way in. Scarcely any survivors. Gods be good. I had known that they were come to a dangerous place, but all those lives. But this is neither the time nor place for mourning. Let us quit this place. I have a duty to notify our backers of this incident. Meanwhile, might I ask you to go tell Popo and Seisei that I'm fine? Oh, it actually puts me back out here. Suddenly, Finland. Okay, I can take that one off. Anything to do out here, by any chance? Sometimes there's other, like, new quests and stuff, so it's good to give yourself a once-over, see if there's anything. Some hard modes have epilogues to finish the story. Oh. Central Cove. There's something here. Oh wait, is that the Explorer's Riddle? It could be. Nope, that's something different. There must be two things there. Yeah, I'm curious about this Corn civilization. I'm gonna keep calling it Corn unless I know otherwise, because it's all over Finland. There's also another one in Gridania. Not a bite. Ah well, tomorrow's another... What brings a mighty adventurer to this lonely fishing hole? This is Momoroto, a shabby-looking fellow indeed. But what did I expect from a craven who threw away his chance at fame, love, and glory because he couldn't bear the pressure? Oh, the ignominy of it all. She turns down my gifts of jewels and gold, yet adorns her fair locks with a trinket cobbled together by a languid lalafell who stinks of sardines. So, Momoti's actually wearing that old thing. You'll get no argument from me. I hardly deserve it. Nor did I deserve her. Perhaps I once did. There was a time when I dreamed of being the greatest goldsmith in the realm. Even a time when such dreams seemed within reach. The young Momoroto may have been worthy of Momoti's hand. But that dreamer is no more, and you'll not see me mourn his passing. Not all dreams were meant to be followed, and not all of us were destined for greatness. Putting a fishing pole in the hand of a creaky pier under his bottom, and old Momoroto's a happy man. Can you believe this? My travels have taken me to the far corners of the realm, and never, never have I seen a man so lacking in ambition, enthusiasm, or even vaguely redeeming qualities. I would ask you to judge which of us is more worthy, but I think we can safely say that I am the victor by default. To the quicksand adventurer, my future bride awaits. It's not how it works, dude. I kind of wish I knew what we were talking about here. Ah, so that's what this shoutman was all about. The young man's taken a fancy to Momoti, has he? I'll say as much. He's got good taste. Doesn't seem like all that bad a fellow. A bit oversure of his own abilities, perhaps, but no one more so than someone I used to know. When I gave that hairpin to Momoti years ago, she refused to wear it. Said it meant too much to her to risk losing. As to why her heart may have changed, who can say? But it's not for love, this I know. These days are buried in the sands of time. Whether that will avail your lovelorn friend is another matter entirely. Okay, back to the quicksand. Edeline, what are you doing? This looks like she was trying to see me through the net. See, you spelled it with a K, like the band. I keep thinking of it in my head with a C, like the cob that you eat. Temple of Corn, as in, you know, the edible grain. Temple of Popcorn. Just between you and me, Bren, I was hoping you'd manage to lose him somewhere along the way. I've done my part. I sought out this Momoroto and heard his tale, the tale of a coward who has not deserved you since the day he fled the city, forsaking your love and the future in the process. A worthy suitor stands before you, a man who promises to do everything in his power to bring you happiness, and who has the courage to put such words into action. I implore you, my beloved, under that hairpin, free your heart from that has-been, and give me unto me your hand. Listen well, 'cause I'll repeat myself no more. I have no feelings for Momoroto, and I sure as hell's none for you. This hairpin, it's a symbol of all those who would dare to dream, a symbol and a warning. Momoroto and I were old friends. He used to come by the shop where I worked and regale me with tales of all he hoped to achieve. He burned with passion in those days, like yourself, with less style and more substance. As a wide-eyed girl, I was drawn to dreamers. I urged him on at every opportunity. When I heard he was making something for the Sultana, I near screamed, "This is your chance, Momoroto! Craft the masterpiece I know you have in you, and you'll go down in history. You won't live and die as a nobody." I told him, over and over, until he came no more. I went to the Goldsmiths Guild only to hear that he'd resigned from his position. 'Twas then that I saw the error of my ways. All the time I thought I was encouraging my friend. I was only piling on the burden he never wanted to bear. Yep, sounds like my old... Oh! Relationship, too. Damn it! Why now? Why during a cutscene? We shall come back to this. Mark my words. I hate it when that happens. Ambador Keep. Hard mode. Trapped? Ooh. It summoned other things. Yeah, it's like the Ochu is grown into the wall. Stuff. Ooh. Can I kill this? No, I cannot. Bring it forward just to keep my allies out of the DPS zone. Yeah, it might not ever be spoken, so I wouldn't know, but... In my head, it will always be the Temple of Popcorn. There we go. Shield wasn't going up there. A little bit of server lag, I think. I'll let him grab the treasure coffer. Anything overly exciting? No. Miniature Odin, a Dullahan? I bet those statues are gonna come to life. It moved with me. Take us up. Make it. Doesn't think that worked. Some of these enemies are Crystal Chronicle enemies. Do I, like, climb the tree? There's the third person. The Lambs of Delamud were messing with stuff in the first keep as you trying to stop them. However, to do the bloodshed of that, they're kind of succeeded. Come here. Come here, Moth. Oh my gosh, bugs! Bugs everywhere! They're trying to open a door to hell in the Warrior of Light. Sorry, it's really far away. I'm trying to do two things at once. Tiny ass text. And the Warrior of Light killing them, open that door. Oh. Yeah, because I remember they were like summoning demons and stuff. So if they opened the door to hell, does hell in this universe have like a lot of overgrown plants? Because that seems to be a theme. Does that make the elementals demons? Okay, we got 2 of these. I'm gonna pass on one of them. Guarantee somebody else gets something. Boogeyman? It's a monkey! With some sort of like Mario face. Reminds me of the little Mario 2 enemies. Ooh, invisible monkey. Like Crystal Chronicles, do you need to cast Holy somehow? A blinding light reveals the void set. Yep. This is a Crystal Chronicles mechanic. We're using the orbs to cast Holy. Or at least some Final Fantasy XIV equivalent of it. Oh god, there's 2 monkeys? Yeah, because in Crystal Chronicles, they do this turning invisible thing too. I have to get some sort of light orb to get him to appear. Make him physically be able to be hid. Ooh. Hello. Do I, Everybody's waiting for me to poke it. Do I garner all the attention of the slimes? When 50 seconds to crash down? What the heck is crash down? Wait, there's a wall. ethereal flow erupts from the ground. Oh, maybe it crashes into us if I don't kill it fast enough? Food for thought, the boss of the last city of Ampedor, Diablos is a void sent too. Yeah, I kind of figured that. This, I'm assuming, is also a void sent. This Dragon Quest looking. Guess, but you were divided. Well, no matter. You shall have a splendid performance. Ooh, it's growing. I think the gestures maybe control like how big his AoE is gonna be. Okay, it does nothing. Oh no, not this thing again. Come on. Kill it faster. Any day now. Ooh, oh no. I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the goo. Help. Save me. Oh, shit. Thankfully, I have good defense and self-heals. Still, DPS, I know you have ranged attacks. And I guess I can't commend anybody because they all left. It's the energy seeping through and coursing through nature to cause it to grow out of control. Apparently we will see him again because he's still in there, I guess. Anyway, back to Momodi's love life. Let's skip through the stuff I've already been through. And so you wore the hairpin out of pity for the man? No, not pity. At first I felt so ashamed that I didn't think myself worthy of wearing it. Then the lesser moon came tumbling down and everything changed. At first we thought we'd lost everything. Then slowly but surely, we began to pick up the pieces and dream again. Seeing the proud faces of those who would rise to the call and rebuild our realm, it rekindled passions in my heart I hadn't felt in years. It was then that I finally discovered a dream of my own. To stand with those who would fight for their dreams. To give them strength in any way I could. That's why I stand here today. That's kind of similar to myself, too. And yet, I must never repeat the mistake of my past. Adventurer, artisan, or angler, one's true dreams, one's true strength, must come from within. This is what I learned from Momoroto, and this is why I treasure his memento to this very day. Oh, my beloved, could there be in this world a more sensitive soul? The 12 should be the 13 for you, my dearest, are a goddess of dreams and compassion. Hitherto, I know only your physical beauty, but I have seen the true beauty of your heart and soul. I am lost without you, my beloved. Make my dream come true and promise to stay by my side forevermore. Have you not been listening to a single word I said? I've devoted my life to supporting adventurers' dreams. People like Bren here who are too busy fighting for our realm to waste my bloody time. But my beloved, our love too may yet save Eorzea from the shadows. Well now, those are the first interesting words I've heard come out of your mouth. Proof to me that they're more than just words, and maybe, just maybe, I'll reconsider. Does this mean I have a chance? Potentially a chance at an adventurer, I don't know with her heart, but she might sign you up to enlist. Oh, merciful indeed is the goddess Momodi. I will not fail you, my love. Today I take my leave. When I next return, you will know the true breadth of scale of my dreams. And you have opened my eyes today, and for this you shall be rewarded. You have my word. You will be in the front row for the festivities when my goddess and I are wed. Bruh. Finally, some peace and quiet. I doubt he'll be showing his face here anytime soon, but who knows? He'd not be the first man I've seen change. Any road, thank you, Bren. No matter how far we come, we can't forget the past. And thanks to you, I've been able to do some much-needed reflecting. Pick a food. Skill speed, vitality hit rate. This one's crit rate. Guess we're having some lava toad legs. Moogle Mail quest sort of completed. You attain carrier level 3. With your successful delivery, your reputation as a letter carrier has grown. Your Moogle points have increased. Yeah, see, that's the circle I kept thinking was sand. But it's not sand. Dude's laughing like he's lost his damn mind. It's probably a higher level spell, so I'm not used to its appearance. And because I think, too, I did turn off the ability to see other people's skills so that they don't mess up mine, but you can still see the AoEs because the game is telling you, hey, stand here, stupid! You get a bonus. But my brain isn't used to seeing friendly AoEs yet, so my brain automatically assumed enemy AoE? Ninja dust, yeah. But normally you don't want to be in ninja dust. Ninja dust has a tendency to be for smokescreens, or as poison, or to get in your eyes. Yes, where's Neneko? You'd better have good news, or I'll let my brother do this his way. My dear brothers. I've worried you, haven't I? I'm sorry, but as you can see, there's nothing to be concerned about. Neneko! Neneko! We've been so worried about you! Aye, we feared the worst. It's so good to see your face. I must thank you again, good adventurer. After we parted ways, I sent for a search party, and we were able to rescue the survivors. Neneko, from now on, I'm going to accompany you on all expeditions. Those Beladians were real bastards about booby traps, but it's not safe for you to go alone. Brother, she won't be alone because I'm going with her. Brothers, brothers, you forget your duty. Your place is with the concern. You're right that the temple is dangerous, but I can make it safe. All of you need to believe. We must look at the causes, the twin causes, of today's incident. The people's belief within lie magical relics, and that the ruins are now safe to traverse. Those temple raiders are already telling tales of deadly ancient traps in every tavern, but we'll let it be known that it's no ordinary danger that awaits. The Order of Nalthal has agreed to vehemently deny that the temple's relics are cursed, that tales of looters found horribly dead afterward were baseless, that we should give instant credence to the opposite, and end the looting, for a while at least. Neneko, you're brilliant. I may be the strongest one, but you've got the good upstairs. Right. You were about our sister, puny brother, and I'm not gonna stoop to stating the obvious. They say history is the riddle of the past, but in these ruins, the past is fleshed out again. That is what I love about this work. I won't let the raiders despoil this place. The ruins are not a mine, to be dug and blasted for gil. If they want gold or gems, let them join the Miners' Guild and toil for them. You think one of the blue quests near the quicksand is a dungeon quest? I can check. There's one over here, but I think that is... yeah, that is the Red Mage quest right there. So that won't be till later. There's a naked man beside me. What's this? Corpse Groom. Pyoreo looks as though he's seen a ghost. Said a corpse bride, Corpse Groom. Ooh, ah! Huh? Why, you're Brent Nightmare, the famous adventurer. Thank the gods for bringing you here. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Pyoreo, one of the many faceless adventurers struggling to make their way in Eorzea. Forgive me if I sound bitter. I don't begrudge you your renown. Your superiority as an adventurer was obvious to me long before you became a household name. Our paths crossed near Sastashi, you see. Hard to believe we moved in similar circles back then. Speaking of which, do you perchance remember having met a conjurer named Ida around that time? We used to adventure together, she and I, and 2 others. Our little group didn't last very long, though. Things fell to pieces when Aver, our leader and Ada's fiancé, met his end in the Tamtara Deepcroft. Oh yeah, I met you guys in Gridania, didn't I? Harsh words were exchanged, and we all went our separate ways. Since then, I've been getting by on my own. Truth be told, I hadn't planned on seeing any of my former comrades again. But then the letter arrived from Ada, containing an invitation to her wedding. You found a new man? Now, I know what you're thinking. I should be happy for her, and I was, until I noticed the name of her groom-to-be. It was none other than Avere. What's more, the venue for the ceremony is to be held at the Tamtara Deepcroft, the very place the poor fellow died. Something isn't right, I tell you. Yeah, she was carrying around his head, wasn't she? Now, in the letter, Ada wrote that Liavine, that's the 4th member of our group, had already agreed to attend. They chanced to meet each other recently, from what I could gather. Not knowing what to make it of all, I thought I went to consult Liavine about the whole strange affair before replying. But last I heard, she'd joined the Scions of the 7th Dawn, and I didn't have the first idea how to go about tracking her down. Not until the greatest Scion of them all appeared. That is, could you tell me where I might find her? I didn't know she joined the Scions. In the lich yard of the Church of St. Adama Ladama? I'm sorry. I don't... Slain in an imperial raid, you say? By the 12, I had no idea. No, she's one of the ones that died. When did this happen? While the Black Wolf still lived? Then, how can it be that Liavane met Ada recently? Gods, I don't know what to believe. If it isn't too much to ask, I would be most grateful if you could show me Liavane's grave. We didn't always see eye to eye, but she had a good heart. And if she's truly... well, I need to pay my respects. Please, meet me at the lich yard. Yeah, I know some quests and some dungeons don't open until you do other dungeons too, so... this might be one of those. I'd be much obliged if you could show me her grave. Please meet me at the Church of St. Adama Ladama at the lich yard. Very well. To Camp Reborn. It's easier just to fly out of the pit. The tombstone has been knocked over, and the earth before it disturbed. So this is where poor Lavinia now lives. What is the meaning of this? Not only is her grave defiled, her body's gone. Who could have done this? Oh no. Could it have been Ada? The more I think about it, the more it makes, well, I was going to make sense, but gods. I will try to explain. To the rest of us, our little party of 4 was but a means to riches and glory. Such thing as adventurers seek. But to Ada, it was her life. She blamed herself for Avire's death, and to our shame we agreed with her, though we knew full well we were all to blame. And then we left her where she stood with her fiancé's head for company. How could we have been so heartless? Small wonder if the poor girl has been driven from her wits. But what's done is done. All we can do is admit to our mistakes and make amends the best we can. Avere is gone, and so is Liavine, but Eda refused to accept it. She won't let go of the past. I know not what she means to do in Tamtara, but it can lead to no good end. I will attend this wedding and try to restore her to her senses. I would be much reassured if you could accompany me. As Avere once did, so too does Ada look up to you. She may not listen to me, but she may yet heed the words of someone she admires. And failing that... No, it doesn't bear thinking about. If we hurry, it need not come to that. Please meet me at Tamtara Deepcroft. Together we'll put an end to whatever madness Ada is planning. I mean, they're a black mage, so you think they'd know a little bit more about the Void Sentence stuff, but I don't know. So you can meet the group a little before that. They actually appear as NPCs outside the first dungeon, and they are all horrible to the healer there, to even her soon-to-be Groom. I didn't know that, since I don't talk to as many NPCs in Final Fantasy XIV. I do in some RPGs. I just don't always as much in MMOs, simply because a lot of them are just very, very basic. Save my family! I grow vegetables! You can find the town quest over yonder. That sort of thing. I should have figured Final Fantasy XIV would have little Easter eggs if you look for them, though. And because it's one heck of a time commitment. A Lalafelian Thaumaturge? Just so happens a fellow like that went into the Deepcroft not a minute ago. There was a young lady with him, dressed head to toe in white. The lass was all smiles and giggles, like a maiden on her wedding day, but your friend looked stiff as a board. Can't say I blame him, though. Crips do strange things to the best of us. You mean to head inside as well, do you? Well, take care that you don't wake the dead, huh? Heh heh. Yeah, thanks. Anywho... Take the Ampidor Keep off. And select the Tamtara Deepcroft. Most don't say anything interesting, but they're worth a quick skim every now and again. Yeah, it's... Just if it's your first time, it's not always easy to tell who's worth talking to, you know? Okay, it says there's another thing. Carline Memories. Ah, back at the town, I bet. No? Further just north. Alright, I guess we're going just north. Since I gotta wait on the dungeon queue anyway. Post-game side quests. Getting them done. That's right, I think I was waiting here, but it warped me. It warped me to the, Oh my god. Oh no! Oh no, it went into the cutscene without me being able to click it. Can I, like... Is there any way to... I didn't get to see what you said. Come now, let us look upon the water wheel of my tale. Behold the pride of our nation. Vigaga's gift. Is she not magnificent? Countless times have I come here, yet each time I stand in awe at her sheer size and beauty. Knowing that it was born of a special bond between my grandfather and the Lalafell builder elevates it to a special place in my heart. Would that they had lived to see it complete. I spoke of hardships, yes? Not days after he finished drawing up his draft for the new mill, the poor Lalafell, hale and hearty for his age until then, suddenly took ill. What started as a cough soon grew dire, and within a fortnight he had passed. Without its chief builder, the ambitious project came grinding to a halt. At first, there seemed no recourse but to abandon construction entirely. Then the daughter stepped forth, vowing that she would see her father's dream to fruition. Though none could deny her pedigree, the girl had never lifted a hammer in her entire life. Not letting this, nor the doubting words of others, deter her, she promptly enrolled in the Carpenters' Guild, vowing to follow in her father's footsteps. People laughed. Who was this shy girl with yellow blossoms in her hair? But within a year's time, all could see that the girl was a prodigy with a hammer. In 5 years, she had mastered skills that would take an ordinary carpenter a lifetime. In 10, her father's dream had become a reality. The shy girl with flowers in her hair had blossomed into a strong, proud woman, and one of the greatest builders our realm has ever known. Such is the tale of Vigaga. Ah, to think of the wonders she might still have wrought. Alas, not long after completing her gift to us, she succumbed to the same foul plague that took her father. Though she is with us no more, she remains an inspiration for the women of Gridania, myself first among them. It is here, in vow of the father and daughter's greatest accomplishments, that I buried their ashes and built a small monument to their memory. Once again, I thank you, Bren. The flowers you picked surely bring a smile to Vigaga's face today. Now, shall we return? Yes, to the place that I named in her memory. Are you two friends or a couple? I can't tell. Probably wants me back in town, and I should probably also cue the duty finder back up. Hey! Guess they're still looking for somebody. There's notes in the dungeon you can read. So ask the party to go slower, just read them before leveling. The Tamtar Deepcroft. Before leaving, sorry. I'm here, so I might get lost. Also, I might take time to read some story notes, if that's okay. They say it's fine. There's something here. I finally mustered the courage to speak with your hero, my love. Ren is as kind as she was brave and strong. She listened attentively if I told her all about you, about us. I'll probably put it on the screen and read it later in post, just so I don't make everybody wait for me. It's one thing to do it with friends, it's another to do it with strangers. I recognize these instrumental notes. They have the same chord in Okami with the same instrument during the spider boss fight. The nice thing about recording the streams is that I can always go back and look at my own footage to read the notes. Everybody else can pause to read it as well. Here's one. Sad. That shield up. We have a crowd. Oop, self-healing. Self-healing, go! I see another page back there. But that's actually kind of confusing, which kind of makes me think maybe she had parasocial tendencies prior to this, because she's writing about me as if we're the best of friends. But yet I barely knew her. Oh, Leovine, what happened? Did you get turned into a zombie? Oh, they're even called Best Man. Like the zombies are officiating the wedding. Yeah, dude, if you have the AoE on you, you gotta run away from everybody else. Don't kill the best man? Oh, okay. I'll get him situated onto me, but... Whoa, 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 whoa! Didn't know about that. Sorry. Whoops, I'm going the wrong way. Pay attention, Fred! Where's everybody? Oh, we're back here, that's why. I'm like, where is everybody? It's a bit of a wibble wobble for time stuff. going on with the timelines of everything, but Ada is also not mentally all there. Yeah, I can kind of gather that even from her notes. Prior to that, like I said, she's sort of treating me in her notes like a bestie, like someone who's been there her whole life, but like, I talked to you one time. I was an adventurer you maybe like looked up to. But I don't actually know you all that well. I remember you more as the sad woman who carries around her deceased husband's head than I know you, like, as a person. Because we never spent any, like, real time together. She's not, like, one of our Scion party members that we've been through a whole load of stuff together with. She sorta just... It's sad to say this, she built a narrative in her head. Maybe to cope with the tragedy, maybe she never really wanted to be that much of an adventurer. Like, she wanted to explore, but I don't think she was mentally ready for everything adventuring entails. That's the picture being painted that I see anyway. I was gonna say, why are you guys making me do it? Something pops out of this, don't it? I couldn't get out of the way in time. The AoE was a circle, so I couldn't get into, like, a corner. Pretties. There's other stuff in here. There's like really freaky versions. The little puffer balls. Oh, yeah, she's talking to the corpse. Give me time, my love. I'll make you whole again. No, you won't. Oh, you won't. That's not how death works, sweetie. Whoop. Oh, yeah, and I am reading it. I can read way faster when I'm not reading aloud. Yes, you're looking pale as of late. That would be decomposition. I'm sure he also has some rank BO as of late, honey. You don't think the only reason she has one is probably her husband? Yeah, maybe fiance. Oh, your new body is confirmed. Strong soul. But if he has a different soul and a different body, he's a different person. Why are you trying to turn him into, like, me? Because you think maybe that way he won't die again? Eat the balls before Peyo can? Okay. Spare body. Yeah, that has some context now, don't it? Ooh. Won't let me. Maybe I'll let them focus on that. It doesn't seem to let me interact with them. Hello. Thank you. They take a bit of pop. The balls, you mean? Oh, wait. Anything in here? They told me to eat them, so I thought I literally had to, like, interact with them. Maybe they meant to say pop them, but the in-game message I got told by the other party members said I needed to eat them. So I was trying to interact. That ball of holy. Oh, those explode. Assuming I can maybe attack these ones, though. Oh dear. here. I see she has already set out the romantic candles. You just walk into them and pop the same message. Well, she did something with the head. Look, Avere, all these people have come to make you a gift of their souls. Isn't that kind of them? Even Brenda's here. Now your dream of becoming like her can come true. That's not what he meant. Yeah, even her face is starting to get all, like, crusty. Right in a tight spot. He meant he wanted to be an adventurer like me. He didn't mean literally. Do I kill the grooms to be? They're killing him, so maybe. Or aren't they? I can't tell. They're dying, but I don't know if my party members are killing them. Trying to tell whose attacks are going there. Okay, they are killing them. So if any get too close. We do kill these ones. Okay. Thank you. Oh. Those appeared out of nowhere. They reappeared out of nowhere. I don't know if I do any damage. There we go. Nice. I got the debuff on him right before the limit break. I see it. I saw it prep to go off, and I'm like, yeah, I can do this, and I did it. Yay! Oh, what have you done? Avere, no. This is not appropriate timing for the loot. Oh, your gown's on fire. Oh, that is apparently the least of your concern. Duty complete to a really, really sad quest. Hey, we don't actually do the cheer thing. Thank you. I was gonna say that'd be weirdly inappropriate. I'm glad we were more somber at the end of this one. But yeah, I don't know any way that could have helped her other than, you know, therapy. But I think she had a very unhealthy codependency going into the relationship, so it only got worse once they were permanently separated. It's really sad. Unfortunately, you need something like a therapist to help you with that one. It's not something most regular people can assist with. They haven't been through it. They don't have the training to do so. It's not something you can just hoist onto a random person and be like, you fix it. It's finally over. Would that it could have been different, but what choice did we have? At least one of them made it out alive. Let this be my last act as an adventurer. I've done quite enough harm as it is. I mean to go home and live out my days in... Huh? Oh, well, that's freaky. No, it can't be. I'm sorry, please forgive me! So, do ghosts exist in this world and can they haunt you? He was also a bit of a piece of work, and so were the rest of her party. They were. But also, you can't seek healing and forgiveness from the people that hurt you. You can only move forward with your own life and find better people. You can't really necessarily expect that closure. You have to learn to give it to yourself. You can't chase down your bullies in 13 Reasons Why style and expect it all to go to plan. You just gotta find better people and work to make yourself a better person as well. Alright, well, here we go next. To the Carline Canopy. I might just warp. Heading this way. Did she deserve better? Yeah, absolutely. But sometimes you can't expect better from certain people. You can only find distance from them. If they're willing to work on themselves, I suppose that's one thing. But if they aren't, you gotta just let it go. Thank you for accompanying me today. I had hoped to share the tale of Figaga with you for quite some time now, having come here as you did from a faraway land. In transforming my grandfather's old storage cabinet into the Carline Canopy you see today, I sought to carry on the spirit he showed to his Lalafelian friends, a spirit of welcoming and acceptance for all who would seek shelter here regardless of their origins. And it was in the same spirit that I came to devote my life to looking after those who would seek adventure, and what a fateful decision that turned out to be, yes? So it was that I came to stand before this counter, so that it was I that met you, and so it was that I received the joyous tidings that you brought to me today. For you see, the letter you delivered was an announcement from the Adventurers Guild. It would appear that I can look forward to a sizable group of new recruits in the days to come, and nothing could make me happier. I wanted to share this news with Figaga, and with you. After all, 'tis no small part and thanks to your exploits that so many brave young men and women would step forth to bring succor to our realm. Truly, you are a gleaming example to us all. May your star shine forever bright upon us, Bren. Mulled tea, that's for piety. Probably the omelet. Yep, omelet. The ghost thing does has an answer, but I'll let you find that out. I guess I will. Carrier, level 4. With your successful delivery, your reputation as a carrier has grown. And sometimes if you can't find those good people in your life, it's up to you to become that good person for other people in their lives. And eventually, hopefully, the universe will return the favor. So now what? Sawfish. I keep forgetting about the sawfish. It's definitely pirates. Report to the Persia. It's not easy being green. Also in... the Lenosia, something something region. Like I said, once I definitively hear it said in-game, I'll change my pronunciation accordingly. Come on that treasure hunter's errand, have ya? Well, I'll take you across the lake, but be warned. The palace you're making for is held by the Silver Scales, and the leader's the most fearsome of the lot. Now, the Tomberries aren't friends of mine, but I can think of a way the Mamulja have them imprisoned is wrong. Capturing them, turning them into thralls, go and give those sellswords hell. The Wanderer's Palace hard mode is now accessible. Okay. So that I will queue up into a second. I feel like this is also maybe a dungeon, so I might warp here, get it checked out, and then queue into both. There's also supposed to be a Bahamut raid? Somewhere. I know I, like, initially got that started, but I don't remember which quest it was. And I hope I didn't accidentally flub myself out of it. I don't know if you can accidentally miss a raid based off of what you do with side quests. I've avoided progressing in the MSQ to avoid missing any of these, though. Ah, you returned. Tell me, were you able to identify our intruders? Men who looked like jellyfish. And you say that they were Captain Madison and his crew? This is decisively odd. But I know better than to doubt you. I will have the bodies retrieved for study, that we might better be prepared to face such enemies in the future. Your work here is done, friend. Pray make your way to Adelport. Commodore Raynor awaits the news there, and will doubtless be glad of the first-hand account. Oh, maybe it's because I already did that part on hard mode. Words. English. Quit mumbling, Bren. Project and enunciate. Blue quests are safe as always, you know? Okay. I've already received word of your success. You do not disappoint. Sir, a body has arrived for inspection. A bloody? What is a bloody? Oh, well, I guess if it's jellyfishes, it could be blubby. This thing used to be a man? Gods be good. How did this happen? You know, I didn't get a good look at their faces. Do they have, like, tentacles on their face, similar to, like, Davy Jones or something? A sight to turn the stomach. 'Tis well I haven't eaten. The fact that we can't see the face in this cutscene. Oh yeah, he has a tentacle face. My laddie, thank you for granting us your valuable time and expertise. Commodore, allow me to introduce Miss Sienna, the most foremost among the celebrated Professor Lambertinate students. Let us not stand on ceremony. Friends, this man's unnatural form can be attributed, I believe, to the excess absorption of water-aspected aether. A living being can only absorb a certain quantity of aether before suffering adverse side effects. To be altered so drastically requires a fatal dose, yet our subject here lived long enough to be struck down. A most peculiar case indeed. I've heard that a primal creates thralls by showering mortals with its own aether. Could this be an extension of that process? I dare say you've struck the mark, Commodore. If being exposed once to a primal's aether is enough to corrupt the mind, 'tis plausible that repeated exposure corrupts the flesh. Yeah, squidheads. They are mind flayers in Final Fantasy I. Madison and his crew had failed to uphold Sastasha for their Sahagan overlords, and I suspect this was their punishment. The fishback's depravity knows no bounds. To think that creatures capable of such cruelty lurk nearby, I shan't get another wink of sleep while I'm here. Have no fear, my lady. My yellow jackets are sworn to protect Aleport and her denizens, and in light of recent developments, you may be certain that we will redouble our vigilance. Your words give me heart, Commodore, and as previously agreed upon, my way of payment for my services, I shall hold on to this specimen for my research. Yeah, because that one was based off of the, other dungeon where it was just me left standing with the great big squid. I also finished one of the levels for Sahagin Reputation. So speaking of fishbacks... Like father, like son. Our efforts to achieve peace may have been in vain. By undermining Zug's leadership at the farce of a parley, I'm afraid I have stripped away what little restraint he had left. The Coral Tridents have attacked yet another ship, and this time they have taken a prisoner. While the raid itself is sufficient cause for concern, the fools have abducted a high-ranking Lominsan official. Now, the situation is political. If the threat posed by the return of Lord Leviathan wasn't enough, then this incident will surely put pressure on the Shorewalkers' elders to escalate their engagement to full-scale war. Bren, I beg you, you must speak with the Maelstrom Commander. It is vital that we learn what plans have been set in motion, and if there is aught we can do to contain the damage caused by Zug's insanity. Yeah, the only cure for tempering I know so far is to kill them. That one was already dead, but it is still a good idea to study it just to better understand the aether that courses through our worlds. The nearest officer of rank will be in Camp Skull Valley. You are a mighty hero. Perhaps your words will sway the Maelstrom from a path they doubtless do not wish to tread. And maybe like with other medicine, even if you can't find a cure, that doesn't mean you can find other forms of protection. If we can find out what causes, like, the tempering, maybe we can create some sort of barrier to prevent it. Oop, not you. I have no tasks for your present adventurer. A recent crisis is demanding our full attention, and it is no simple matter of ousting a nest of belligerent dodos. The Scarlet Sea Devil is an infamous fishback pirate we had long thought perished. He is a temerity to lead an assault on the Lominsan warship. In addition to the heavy casualties inflicted on the crew, the Sahagin reportedly took prisoner our Counselor of Coin. Counselor Thurston is one of the Admiral's most trusted advisors. He is an essential figure in the stay and running of the Thalacracy. His abduction is a blatant act of hostility at which the Maelstrom must give answer. We will go to war. Have we considered an alternate course of action? This is only one response to this kind of attack. Admiral Blofuswin has already instructed our troops to make ready for full-scale retaliation. The warships of the Armada are assembled and await the order to set sail. Those savages won't know what hit them. The charts will need to be redrawn after our cannons are done bombarding their shore. Then we'll send in the ground levy. That's us, to mop up any fishbacks that survive the cannons. Save your breath, adventurer. The fishbacks forfeited any right to negotiation when they laid their slimy talons on our naval vessel. Brute force is only the language they understand. But they have different factions just like people do, because they are people. I don't agree with any side that says let's just do a genocide. So, the finless ones will not be deterred from their righteous course. No matter who emerges the victor in the coming conflict, slaughter will be answered with slaughter, and our spawning ground shall give birth to naught but death. I can see but one way to steer us clear of the abyss. You and I shall rescue the Shorewalker official ourselves. Before we can attempt to undo this madness, however, we must first discover what the Counselor is being held. An ambitious scheme such as this would have required extensive planning, and Zug likely provided the Serpent Reaver lackeys with some manner of written instruction. A search of the Serpent's Tongue may provide us with the information we need. Quickly now, time is of the essence. Search the Serpent's Tongue? I guess up in there. Let's see. Nope, over here, I think. I'm on the wrong side. Where in God's... For a clue to his whereabouts. It said it's in here. Okay, I'm used to these fates. There's the glitter. Ale-stained parchment. I know I can fly in and out of here, it's just sometimes figuring it all out can be annoying. Some aspects of this area kind of twist and turn. They almost need to raise the ceiling for flying just a smidge. Your search, was it successful? Ah, yes. The parchment is soiled, but I can still make out the words. They plan to keep the Counselor prisoner aboard the Lost Duchess, one of the Reaver's own ships. I do not know if these were Zug's final instructions, but we have no time to assume otherwise. Ride on Elpst out to where the pirate vessel is said to have dropped anchor, and take the crew by surprise. Though I do not swim quite so swiftly as one of Pa's sea beasts, trust that I will not be far behind. Depending how quickly I get this over with, you might be further behind than you think. It's why the primals are so dangerous. They're the answer for desperate people that only ends one of two ways, which leads to escalating tensions, which leads to more primals. Yep. Never-ending cycle of life and death. The Clutch Father bid me make ready my swift beast Elpst. Be sure to hold on tightly, Shorewalker. My question, too, is if the primals fight with each other. Are they trying to make a primal to be the strongest of all primals? Why have a vendetta against humanoids, specifically? Why only take one peculiar beast tribe species for the tempering? Like, Titans primarily takes kobolds, and Leviathan primarily takes the Sahagin. Release me, you fiends! Do you know who I am? Silence, Shorewalker. Try to escape, and I shall slice gills into your neck. Maybe then you'll be able to breathe underwater. You think me a coward by simple threats? We Luminsons will not be intimidated by your base savagery. You try, my patience, finless one. Continue your shore walking and I'll drop you over the rail. You, but how? Hey, he made it on time. Ah, my rescuers have arrived at last. Wait, who are you? You're not a Maelstrom soldier. What in the Navigator's name is going on here? Bren? I will defend the Counselor while you liberate the key to the shackles. One of the Cold Trident zealots must carry it. I'm surprised that they're not just immediately on our tail. Because that was quite the commotion. You know what a primal is, but do I? I don't entirely know. I mean, obviously they're like summon spirits from previous games, but born of the crystals that they are sacrificed. Summon. Meaning they could be the crystals themselves. Put them all back together, get a real physical body out of the deal. I don't know, that's just a hypothesis. That's the fun thing about blind playthroughs. I don't know where it's gonna bite me in the ass emotionally. Because I've never done this quest before. Why has the Sahagin come to my aid? Am I to trade one captor for another? No, you're to call off a war. Only time will tell, I suppose. True. My thanks. Those manacles were beginning to chafe. Now I can see that you are some manner of sellsword, but I'm not quite sure what to make of this. Scaled gentleman, a friend of yours? I mean, technically we're both scaled if you think about it. So you're referring to him or me? We are not free of this yet. Stay close to me lest you be tossed overboard. Hey, Crabface. It seems that the mantle of Scarlet Sea Devil will not sit firmly upon my shoulders until I have sent you to the depths. Zug, do you realize what is at stake here? Your reckless ambition endangers the fate of our entire tribe. The Shorewalkers ready their armada even as we speak. Does the thought of war with the Finless Ones now frighten you so? Let them come. My antics are as a spawnling's mischief compared to the mayhem you once committed. Ready your spear, old one. Let us see if the years have stolen your skill as well as your spine. The wound is not fatal, though it might leave a nasty scar. I do not ask for your pity. Finish it now. Kill me. Show me a parent who can kill his own child. Sahagan blood ties run deeper than the most abyssal sea trench. I kind of assumed, maybe. You beg for the impossible. I will not slay my own son. I reject you as my clutch father. Why? Why did you throw away all that you had become? Why did you not seek vengeance on the shorewalkers who wronged us? You know the answers to those questions. Surely you have not forgotten what befell our spawn brothers. At my side you stood, the only surviving hatchling, and shed a river of tears for your slain clutchmates. Yes, I wept for them, and made them a promise. I would avenge their deaths with the blood of 1,000 shorewalkers. I would grow into a warrior both mighty and terrible to behold, the Scarlet Sea Devil reborn. I would do what you would not. You cannot protect that which you love with a name, no matter how fearful. It took the greatest tragedy of my life to open my eyes to that truth. Zug, I would spare you that pain again. I would have you be the future our people need. I only want what is best for all my sons. Oh, clutch father. Yeah, are female Sahagan, like, super different? Do they even come out of the sea? Weigh anchor and take the helm. We will make for the nearest shorewalker port. Prepare a boat to take our guest ashore. Ah, Bryn, was it? My thanks again. Were it not for you and your Sahagan acquaintance, I would still be rubbing my wrist raw trying to escape those infernal shackles. 'Twould seem I have been laboring under a misconception. I was convinced that all Sahagan, all beastmen in fact, were naught but bloodthirsty, murdering savages, with not the slightest concept of peace or compromise. But after meeting, Nove did you call him? Intriguing fellow. Yes, well, after witnessing his exchange with his son, I see now that our fishback enemies are far more complicated than our bedtime tales of horror would lead us to believe. I have 3 younglings of my own, you see, and I am quite eager to hurry home to reassure them that their father is very much alive and well. Before I do so, however, I shall contact the Admiral and convince her to rescind the order to attack. It will not be an easy task, but as the man who holds the nation's purse strings, my word carries a certain weight. Oh, and here. Gulls are often a welcome sight on ships, but their presence means land, and home is close by. Lenosian soldiers began gathering the feathers dropped on deck and fashioned them into trinkets to give their children as a symbol of hearth and happiness. I would be grateful if you could see that feather to your Sahagan friend's hands. Beastmen or no, I have seen that any father wishes the same things for his offspring. Perhaps in time, we shall find more common ground between our peoples. I only hope that it will not require the threat of imminent war to bring such future revelations to light. And back to the sea. Will he even know what to do with it? And if it gets wet all the time, it is a feather. Feathers that get wet all the time start to rot. It's a reason why birds are so vigilant in staying groomed. I have no words to thank you. Without your aid, I do not think war with the Shorewalkers could have been avoided. Zug has disbanded the Coral Tridents and is set on traveling for a time. Among all of my offspring, he is the most like me, the most determined and stubborn. I sense he is hesitant to return to the nursery. But return he will, in time. And when he does, I hope to see him a stronger and wiser Sahagin than I ever was. Such pleasant thoughts will sustain me while I raise his unruly spawn brothers. Female Sahagin are different. They're a lot bigger and frog-like. Oh. Maybe they will see some then. The counselor wished me to have this. I see. A gift from parent to child. A symbol of joy and family. Think the difference between male and female elephant seals? So, many of my offspring were slain by shorewalkers. The rage spawned by the act will never fully leave me. But it is as nothing compared to the desire I feel to protect my surviving spawnlings. I pray that this trinket can one day represent not just the bond between parent and child, but also the birth of understanding between our peoples. Although with elephant seals, I think the dynamic is backwards. There's a whole bunch of females and then like one big male. You have achieved more for this cause than I could have dared to hope. In the days to come, I only ask that you do not forget us, Finless One. Whenever thoughts of vengeance seek to consume you, remember this nursery, and remember me and my spawnlings. And should you choose to visit, you will always be welcome here. You are no longer some strange shorewalker. To us, you are clutchmate. Is that, but with the genders swapped. Okay. But yeah, appearance-wise... But there's so much dysmorphia between the genders, they practically look like different animals. I mean, if you think about that, insects are like that too. Look at ants and bees compared to, like, their queens. You can buy them out now? Oh, I can buy the Elpst. Loch Ness crocodile. That's a mender. My bad, I thought that I saw an M. Clutch Father Vendor. Saw an M and assumed merchant. Purchase items, rainbow exchange, currency exchange. I don't know if I have any of their currency though. Oh, I can buy dye. This is lilac purple and it's very clearly brown. Corpse blue. I don't know if that's necessarily the best name for a color. What? Oh, what are you painting the baby's room? Corpse blue. Even this is more of a gray. I don't see it. Is it in here? The rainbow something exchange? I have 14 of something. Venture, what is this? Unidentifiable shell. That's probably for crafting. Glamour dispeller. Living lamp, outdoor furnishing. Hanging ladder, also a furnishing. I don't see the mount. You think it's the shell? This highly collectible shell appears to be from a creature not recorded in the Ramadel Codex. May as well give it a shot. It doesn't have a use. I don't think it's a pet. Or a mount. Maybe it's for, like, a future quest to get a mount? But as is, none of these are mounts. Maybe it unlocks with the next level. Anyway, we are now friendly with the Sahagins. Wait, it doesn't go up to the next level. I saw on the wiki that it had levels after this. Maybe it's a Heavensward thing. Because there doesn't appear to be anything else that I can do here at the moment. So it might unlock with the Heavensward patch. Okay, what next? Wanderer's Palace. Solve the riddle. Like clutch father, like son. Oh wait, because we're technically not done with this one yet. One moment. Maybe because my reputation hasn't actually increased yet. I'm still at friendly, because the quest isn't actually done. I thought it was. Whoops. I need to go to the Maelstrom. Lieutenant Nightmare, it seems that business with the Sahagin became rather more involved than anyone expected, huh? Maelstrom Command very much resembled the writhing chaos of our namesake, once word of Chancellor Trustin's abduction sparked the call to war. 'Tis fortunate that our marching orders were rescinded ere we launched our attack. There is none in our ranks that would fear to step in the field of battle, but any day that ends without bloodshed is a good day. And I hear that you yourself are responsible for the Councilor's timely release. I'd like to think that my eye for enlisting talented veterans played some small part in the way events played out. So, Nightmare, you have averted a war and rescued a high-ranking official. Not a bad result, all I'm told. But we must remain vigilant. When we welcome the possibility of peaceful coexistence with the Sahagin, we cannot ignore the threat that the Primal Leviathan yet presents. For the nonce, however, you have earned a respite from duty. On behalf of the Maelstrom, I commend you for your courageous actions and judicious diplomacy. Might you consider a bath during your well-deserved rest? I seem to detect the slightest scent of rotting crab meat. You smell like ammonia. Thank you. Nov's Clutch reputation up. You are now trusted within Nov's Clutch. There we go. Now my reputation is high enough. Further, you have had access to a higher range of wares, so maybe now I might have access to it. Licensed to Gil. Let's, grab the map and head back. I'll check now. See if it updated. I'll also look at what my reputation is. See if it can go any higher. I jumped the gun too. I didn't realize. Trusted. Oh, nope, They said that it had other ranks following that, but the fact that it says 0 out of 0 tells me that it's still not going to be another level until after, like, maybe the Heavensward patch. We seem to have maxed it out as far as it can go for now. Similar to, I know there's going to be more crafting quests and stuff after level 50. But I can't get to them until I finish A Realm Reborn. So it's probably going to be that sort of deal. Which means I just work on the other tribes. There's another rank, but it's special. Alright, vendor. Purchase items. Wind up Sahagin. I can purchase that with Gil. And an Epstorn. Really expensive. Let me see if I can purchase it with whatever the heck your currency is. Nope, I gotta purchase it with money. Do you guys even use Gil? So we have a wind-up Sahagin. And an Epst. Minions. Oh my. There certainly are many things in this game. Let me see, where is the minion guide? Here we go. Wind-up Sahagin, ever the loving Clutchfather, Nove has had this toy crafted, complete with a sharpened trident for his infant spawnlings. When wound up, it displays various thrusts and parries to prepare the spawn for battle with their enemies. And there's also now an Epst. To ensure his Elps do not find themselves at a disadvantage to swift-running chocobos, Pa of Nose Clutch clips the well-being of their feet at a young age, rendering them more capable of achieving high speeds on land, though they will ever be slower than their brethren underwater. So he clips their fins? We need all tribes at trusted level. Well, we'll get there eventually. It only lets me do so many a day, you know? Okay, let's look at, for keepsake, return to here, apparently? That's probably for the Ampedor keep. Completing it on hard. I'm glad to see you unharmed, my friend. By Maxine's report, the people of the Twelves would owe you many thanks for vanquishing the Voidsent Lord. You don't know if he's dead. Yet, its death does leave a question. Who summoned the fiends, if not the lambs of Dalamud? My friend saw you aught within those sinister walls that might provide the answer? Not another living soul, you say. How curious. Could it be that the summoner quit the keep, then? Yes, unless... In your last venture inside, you came upon cultists attempting to summon the Voidsent. This time, did you perchance see the remains upon the ground? Huh. Then I know the truth of it. 'Twas no living soul who brought the Voidsent upon us. No, it was the blood of the lambs of Dalamud, the very same that stains the ground. The dark sigils drawn by the cultists must have been finished, but for a sacrifice. How ironic that their own blood should bring the rites to completion. It was mere coincidence and nothing more. No sinister forces here conspired, no mortals eagerly beckoned Voidsent to the realm. We may put the matter to rest. Save for the Voidsent Lord at the heart of the keep. I had assumed it was an unthinking brute, but from what you said of its manner, mayhap it had cunning aplenty. Indeed, this fiend could have beguiled the lambs of Dalamud into all of this. If the dark forces are able to lead mortals, then grim days lie ahead of us. But such ill musings do not suit your victory. I shall enjoy this respite from danger, as I hope you shall too. Go well, and rest assured that Alrune Senna will learn of your valor this day. You jumped the gun in telling me what happened in the dungeon. It's okay. It was an accident. It's fine. Let's see. Meld materia in front of the Gabo. What else is there in our to-do list? Legends of Allig. That's the Crystal Tower. Not easy being green. That's the other dungeon. Ultimate Ballad. Oops. Greatest Story Never Told. That's the one I can't figure out what the heck it wants from me. It wants me to solve a riddle, but I don't know what the riddle is. Gold Saucer. These are both apparently expert dungeons. The Beast of Brewer's Beacon. That's a sawfish. I don't see the Bahamut quest anymore, and it's freaking me out, guys. Odin is only hard mode. Yeah, getting into a raid with the people, though, to do it is the hard part. Nobody ever queues up for it. Did I accidentally kick myself out of the Bahamut thing when I activated the Crystal Tower? Check the Rising Stones? Ultimate Ballad, World of Wonders. What Rising Stones? One sec. The Binding Coil of Bahamut is what I'm trying to get into. I have difficulty somewhere between extreme and savage. These raids are not included in any roulette, even mentors. As such, players viewing the Duty Finder will almost never be able to form a party. It's recommended to use the Party Finder. Unlock. They can find the Binding Coil of Bahamut after reaching level 50 and completing the Bowl of Embers Hard, the Howling Eye Hard, and the Navel Hard. Afterwards, players can talk to Urianger in the Waking Sands to start the Bahamut quests. Chains titled with Primal Awakening. To unlock the raids, players may proceed to any of the 5 floors in this raid after unlocking them. Although the floors are intended to be done in order for story purposes, to continue the quest line, to complete the Binding Coil of Bahamut, turn 5, to unlock Ali Say's Pledge. Yeah, turn 1 through 5, but I don't see Waking Sands. Yeah, maybe. Because I talked to Ali Say. I found her again. She's like, how's my brother doing? The quest might have been dropped. I've never dropped a quest. Unless it automatically dropped it for some reason. Because I never went forward with any other MSQ, just because I was afraid to lose access to it. I've only been doing side quests ever since I finished the first half of A Realm Reborn. Urianger doesn't appear to have anything to say to me. As one age endeth and another doth arise, do our struggles wax and wane. What would thou ask of me? What fares the realm? Souls from the aether far, strangers from strange lands, yester with not thine eyes, marrow by thine fine hands. By my reckoning, those words of the divine chronicles tell of the warriors of light. With cloudless vision of the past, they forge the way into the future. Mine interpretation, it ringeth true with that which I have witnessed. In the welcome light of the astral era do the primals cast distorted shadows. 'Tis when the realm is filled with such brilliance that the contrasting darkness thus become absolute. Surrender not thy vigilance, for thou art in the source of much radiance. Before thee lieth the portal to momentous truth. Thou seekest a primal unknown, dwelling deep within the realm's unforeseen wounds. I pray thee, ward my master's grandchild from unearthly harm. Check your duty finder, the yellow tab should be glowing. Oh! Oh, okay. There it is. Oh, thank God. Thank you. I don't know how long these dungeons are, though. It says it's a really hard dungeon. It says it's between extreme and savage. And as a result, I'll find next to no one willing to actually participate in them. For that being the case, it's recommended for newer players to use the Party Finder to seek assistance of a couple of level cap players for an unsynced run using the unrestricted party option. This will allow players to see the story at an appropriate point in their main scenario quest progression. They can also easily solo the raids with the level 80 plus character. Yeah, a lot of people are recommending using a Party Finder since I don't know how much time I actually have remaining. So I don't know if there's any other dungeons that are like hard mode dungeons that I could potentially queue into, because eventually I'm going to try the extremes. The nerve of some petitioners, engaging us all as if we were a band of common mercenaries. I should be glad to refuse them all without a second thought. Huh. Yeah. So, aside from the Wanderer's Palace, I don't know if there's any other, anyone's on the map that I haven't found yet. So, The Realm Reborn raids. Let's see. Savage Normal Ultimate, don't care. Bahamut quests. Those just say... wonder if there's like a list I can find of like all the dungeons. Oh, Realm Reborn. Labyrinth of the Ancients, the Syracuse Tower in the World of Darkness. Finding Coil of Bahamut turns. And then the rest it starts going into like Heaven's Word to Dawn Trial. There is a list on the wiki, I'm just trying to find it. Yeah, these are all raids. Dungeons. Instanced areas. Okay, so... oops. Duties. Should search by duties instead of... there we go, dungeons. Sestasha, Tamtar, Deepcroft, Copperbell Mines, Haltali, 1,000 Malls of Totorak, Hawk Manor, Bray Fox's Long Stop, the Sunken Temple of Corn, Cutter's Cry, the Stone Vigil, Desmail Darkhold, the Aurum Castrum, Meridinium, now they're starting to go out of order, the Wanderer's Palace, the Praetorium, Ampador Keep, Pharaoh Sirius, Copperbell Mines Hard, Hawk Manor Hard, the Lost City of Ampador, Haltali Hard. Need to scroll down the page. Brayflax's Longstop Hard, Hullbreaker Isle, the Tamtar Deepcroft Hard, the Stone Vigil Hard, Snowcloak. Snowcloak? Snowcloak. We're missing Snowcloak. Sestasha, hard. The Sunken Temple of Corn, hard. The Wanderer's Palace, hard. Ampador Keep, hard. We're missing Snowcloak. So level 50 dungeon introduced in patch 2.4 with the duty, support, and 6.2 changes to progression bosses were implemented. Yada 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 yada. Level 50 sync. It's a Realm Reborn dungeon. Oh, it is an MSQ quest. The Path of the Righteous. Ampador Keep. Something is MSQ? I had Ampador Keep though, didn't I? Because I have right here. And here. You made it only unlocks with the MSQ. And this one in particular, it's like part of MSQ and then you can just rerun it. Is that what you're trying to say? Keeper of the Lake is MSQ. I don't see Keepers of the Lake. Oh, there it is. I went right over it. Yeah, it also says MSQ. Okay, so the only two I'm missing are going to be part of MSQ. Sweet, we're caught up. Like I said, eventually I'll do Bahamut stuff, but I might do both a little bit more research into it to see what it needs, as well as if I can't get a party to do it, since it's supposed to be more savage/extreme. You guys said I can come back to it, so it might be something that I get to more as I like level up. So you have them all. Congrats! Yay! I can now queue into dungeons with the randomizers to help me level up and not fear about tripping on something that I haven't done before and ruining the experience for my viewers. Woo! Because it won't throw me into these. It'll just throw me into a rotation of these when I do the duty roulette for the level 50, 60, whatever dungeons. So I can get a little bit more leveled up. Woot! 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 So in the background too, I'm also gonna do a little more work on my Cortana. I really wish I'd started with, I didn't realize how long this was gonna take. I wish I'd started with the warriors instead. I kind of hate myself for that at the moment. So... What's this? That didn't help. What is this quest? Materia. Should I just meld something stupid? The roulette only pulls from stuff you have completed. Oh, it does? I thought if maybe it was unlocked, it would still pull from it. I didn't know you had to complete it at least once. Okay. Can I meld something silly? Can I, like, make a drastically overpowered pair of underwear or something? Could have sworn I had some materia. I do. Oops. I can also extract some, I bet. Yeah. Ooh, I can extract materia from these now? Those are probably really good materias. Patrician's Gators, let's do this. Craftsman materia, level 3. Anything I currently have equipped that I can weld it into? How come I can't enhance these? They have slots. Why can I not plunk in some materia? So I'm not attempting to extract, I'm attempting to... There we go, wrong window. Doi. Okay. So this increases control. And it's the right level for the gear in question. Actually, what did I extract it from? I extracted it from the shoes. Didn't I? From Gators? Patrician's Gators? Unless it doesn't have a slot. Oh, screw it. Just put it in the hat. As long as you put it in the party finder, what you're looking for, it should work fine. You use the party finder to get a questions answered. Hey, I might give it a go. We'll see. It's just kind of awkward to do online. Pusha! Uplander has good joining skill. Mutamix give Uplander secret knowings of word bond. Mosty parts, one fighty tool bears only little materia, but if Uplander uses secret joining skill, one fighty tool bears many materia. Maybe. Mutamix teach Uplander secret joining skill, but Uplander keep in brain case that it sometimes work unrightly. Will fighty tool of Uplander bear many materia, or will materia turn to bitty bits? Using secret joining skill not for unstrong of bladder. I'm not gonna piss myself if I screw it up, man. Advanced materia melding. Affix materia onto weapons and armor. Can also affix materia to items with no slots remaining, but success is not guaranteed. Oh, what? Advanced materia melding now available. By learning the general action Advanced Melding Materia, you can now attempt to attach materia to gear which has all its materia slots filled. While the benefits of having multiple materia attached to your gear can be great, success is not guaranteed, and the consequences for failure can be great, for a botched meld will result in the loss of the materia. Oh, it's just the materia that's lost? I thought it was going to tell me that, like, the whole piece of gear gets destroyed. You can pull it up now without doing anything with it. Yeah, I've looked at it before in my own time. Where the heck? Party finder. There we go. The party finder has been added to the party section of the main menu. Through the party finder, you can either search for a party to join or recruit other adventurers to form a party of your own. To join a party, select Advanced Search and specify your search criteria. Upon finding a compatible party, simply select Join Party. To recruit adventurers for your own party, select Recruit Members and specify your recruitment criteria. Instead, interested individuals will answer the call, and you need only sit back and wait. Sounds familiar. Need to get Abyssal Transfixion for Blue Mage and work on the blue log. Oh, so you can leave notes for, like, what you're trying to do, so you don't get somebody, like, attempting to rush through it like you do with the Duty Finder. Where it was like, hey, I'd really like to read these pages, and, like, some people in the party were like, yeah, cool, go for it, and the other one was like, there was one person in the party that was like, no! That might work a little better. And some of these are also clearly spam.
Win birthday prizes.
There's so much spam, what the hell? Black duties, yep. You can lock it to keep out people that you don't know. Yeah, so much random shit. I'm working on blue log. Huh. I'll keep that in mind. It's a good way to make new friends, too, I suppose. But since I don't know how much time I have, I think I shall return to Ul'dah. They advertise PC events, too. Player character events, do you mean? And if it's something that's too hard or takes too many tries, I've thought about that with like some of the expert ones too. I might record it individually and then just edit them together into a video similar to what I'm gonna do with the classes. Players do roleplay events? Yeah. Yeah, I kind of figured. I'm not as big into that kind of thing. But, it's good to keep in mind. So, in my own time, I am going to, like I said, work on these Paladin books until it gets to a point where, I can start unlocking the next level for those. But I still haven't gotten too far along. Eventually, I'd like to switch back over to the Bravura, you know, the class I actually play in. I didn't know it was going to bite me in the ass this hard, but here we are. And in the meantime, now I can start doing a little bit more grinding for experience. I know since I'm in Heaven's Word, it doesn't really do you a whole lot of good to grind past level 50, but to get better gear and things along that line might help me. I might also look into certain things, like how to do more extreme style raids, so that I can pull them off and get them off the Duty Finder the authentic way, instead of the grind yourself up to level 90 and then just kick it once and it dies thing. So with that, I think I've made some pretty significant progress. It is fine to overgrind, it's just that it's hard to gain enough experience past a certain point with certain dungeons, just because of the natural slope of progression of experience itself. You can grind yourself to level 100 in a level 1 area in most RPGs, but is it worth it? No, it is not. So we'll see. We'll see how this works. And like I said, I can try to find an unsync in the Duty Finder, or Party Finder, I should say. But for now, I have made significant progress. I've streamed for as long as I'm comfortable to, since I think if I did another dungeon, I'd just get the notification that family is coming home and I need to make dinner. So with that, this is where I'm going to call it for now. Good to have things a little bit more done in the background, and this gives me a bit of wiggle room to work on stuff. So with that, this is where I'm going to call it for now. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined, and I hope to see you all in future streams. Bye-bye.